Hi, so this is now my second video. As you can see, we haven't really got a different background. I did try to film this earlier, but a few interruptions kind of happened, so restarting it. This video is going to be a get to know me. I have put up a question effect, would you call it, on my Instagram, and I've got people to ask me questions. Question number 1. What got me into makeup and why I started it as a business? So when I was young, I was always bought like, do you know, like the plasticky toy makeup? I'd say from I was about 3. Because I grew up with my uncles and I was the first girl in so many years. My mum and nanny kind of always wanted me to be girly, but I grew up with my uncles and they always tried to make me tomboyish, if that's a word. And I was always made to play football with them, like they always wanted me to play football with them. And my mummy was like, no, I can't have any more footballs, I can't have any more boys games, I need something girly. So she started buying me the like the plasticky makeup. And then as I got older, I say, do you ever get whenever you're about 6 or 7 and you're given like, it's like children's makeup, it's like the really clear glosses with like the sparkles and all through it, you know what I'm on about? So I got that, and then once I turned 13 I got my first foundation, I got an eyeliner, and I got a mascara, and they were all from Miss Sporty, because Miss Sporty was like the top dog, like it was the dog's balls back then. And then I started like doing my makeup with that, and then as I got older I started to toy with it a bit more and started to like experiment with my eyeshadows and colours and more stuff, and then started to experiment with the style that made it like worked for me. So as I progressed, I wanted to make a not YouTube, I wanted to make a makeup page. And once I made my makeup page, I made it on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I made it, and I was like over the moon shocked as to how much positivity I got back from it. Like I was so happy. So yeah, plus I really wanted to find something that I could work as myself, like because I work for myself, I obviously can pick my own hours, so I needed something to fit in with going to school and being a mum. So yeah, so being a mum is going into my next question, which is how was it being a young mother? So I fell pregnant just short of my 18th birthday. It scared the living daylights out of me. It actually scared the living daylights out of me. I have never been more scared for something in my entire life. But me and my mummy were my mummy was kind of disappointed at the start, but then as my pregnancy progressed, she started to learn, well, she started to love the child that was growing inside me as much as I love the child. She's obsessed with her now. Do you know what I mean? Like more obsessed than what she is with me, and I'm her only child. So, but being a young mum was tough because I had planned to go back and do my A-levels. I went back to school actually in the lower 6th, 5 months pregnant, and done my lower 6th year, and I was doing my upper 6th year there, and obviously COVID-19 happened, and then we had to lock down the schools and stuff. So going back, this is another question leading into school. What do I want to do after school? Well, hopefully, given my results from my A-levels, I would like to go to university, if that is a possibility this year, and study nursing. I've always loved the thought of helping other people and being able to care for other people, so that's why I would always love to do nursing. The next question, this is actually probably going to be one of my favourite questions, is do you think Sarah is more like myself or my partner? Looks wise, Sarah is very like me. However, personality, behaviour and temperament, she is her daddy's carbon copy. He doesn't listen to a single thing you say. She doesn't listen to a single thing you say. So I would say she's like both of us. She's more like me looks wise, but she is more like her daddy mentally. That's all I can say. Next question is one of the funniest moments. The person that actually wrote this, I had one of my funniest moments ever with. So I have a caravan and I was about 14 or 15 at the time, and we were all at the caravan site, and there's a bin shed where all the bins are and you go and leave your stuff off. There's several of them, but this one in particular, there was a group of us, and one of the people that we were with turned around and says, I'm going to go and 2-foot the fence, like the gate to the bin shed. And we were like, right, go ahead then, like thinking he wouldn't do it. So he went and 2-footed this like gate thinking that it was going to be locked. Oh no, this thing wasn't locked. This thing, he 2-footed it, and next thing he disappeared through the shed. And we didn't even know whether to laugh, whether to help him. We just stood froze to see if he would get up. And even to this day, it's one of those things like where you think back at it and like it still kind of hits a funny, like a funny spot on you, and like you can't help but laugh. Next question. Who's my favourite YouTuber? I only really watch 3 people. 3 of those people, those 3 people would be, I watch Saffron Barker. I love her. The LeBrant fam. I love the LeBrant fam. Love them. And a girl I will go to school with, like Katie Peacock. That kind of sounds bad because I go to school with her, but I do actually watch her videos. They are quite enjoyable. Favourite singer? Ed Sheeran. My favourite group is Westlife, but my favourite singer is Ed Sheeran. Like, he doesn't have a bit of bed. My favourite song at the moment is Loyal, Brave and True. It is amazing. It's by Christina Aguilera. You all need to go listen to it. Next question is, what made me want to start a YouTube? So when I was 12, I asked my mum, could I start it? And she's like, no way, Jose, you're not starting YouTube. And I was like, right, okay. So it's kind of always something like I've wanted to experiment with, this YouTube, but my mum was like, no, you're not doing it. And I was like, right, okay. Then I'm 19 years of age now, do you know what I mean? I kind of still asked for permission, but she didn't say no this time because I am older. She's actually quite supportive of it. But as lockdown has occurred, I need something to help me through the day, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here doing nothing. It's kind of sad. Who was your group that you hung out with in school? Right, lower sixth. It consisted of 5 of us. 6 of us, including me. So the girl that actually asked this was in that group, hence why she asked it. So it consisted of my best friend Courtney. She is just one of the most amazing people. They're all amazing, but me and Courtney, like, we're in the same year in high school. Like, in, like, you say I was held back year going into lower sixth, so I was a year below what she was, but from 1st year to 5th year we were in the same, like, class the whole way through. So I kind of, like, had that bond. And then there was Caitlin, Emma and Holly. And they're all just amazing. We were actually on Zoom the other week doing a pub quiz, and we all got so drunk. It was so funny. Who was my favourite teacher? Oh, I absolutely adore the music teacher. She was just an absolute gem. I always took a big interest in music, which is why I sort of think she put a lot of time into me. So the music teacher, or my science teacher, he was the best crack. I loved the science teacher. But I always think that your science teacher from like your junior year science class was the best science class you could ever have, because you were always in a wrinkle. Like, you always had like a stitch in your side from laughing that hard. Junior year science, I miss. What's my favourite thing to dress my daughter in? I do like putting her in dresses. I do think she looks cute in dresses, but I love her in dungarees with her Converse, because she is so cheeky, especially when I put I put her hair in like wee pigtails, like, just like, because she barely has much hair, but like whatever hair does have, like, it's so cute. What's one thing my partner does that annoys me? Ugh. This, I don't even have to think about it, like, it just comes straight off the bat. He farts. And when he farts, he could clear a room out. Like, actually clear a room. But, like, nevertheless, I still love him. How tall am I? 4'11". I am really, really short. Thank God Sarah does not get her height from me. She gets her height from her daddy. So someone says, I seen your status the other day about houses. Are me and my partner interested? Yes, we are talking about getting our own houses, like getting our own house, because it's hard living between two houses when you're in a relationship and you have a child, but you want to be together. So yes, me and my partner are interested in getting a house. What would be my favourite makeup brand for foundation, powders, lipstick? I love Milani. I always think that I love the consistency of their foundation. I think their foundation is so good. I use, is it Maybelline matte powder? I think, I'm not 100% sure if that's the name, but I know it's a matte like powder. And my favourite lipstick would, I don't like MAC's makeup, not to like shut them down, but the only thing I like is their lipsticks. So my favourite lipstick would be a MAC lipstick, or it would be a liquid lipstick from, what's the name of that? Rimmel. It's a Rimmel London like matte liquid lipstick. It's like a velvet one. I wore it in my formal and I loved it. What do I use on my eyebrows? This is a wee part. I went into Superdrug last week to get like sanitizers and soaps and stuff, and I went to the makeup part and I saw like it was like £2, and it was is it Lottie London eyeshadow, and I got it, and that's what I have on my eyebrows at the minute. But normally I would use it's like a big palette of different shades of eyeshadows, I'm such a liar, of different shades of eyebrow like colours, which I would use with my clients and stuff. How is life in quarantine for me? Life in quarantine, it is pretty boring. I got a puppy. We got a puppy. Her name is Lily, and she is an old English bulldog. Lily is crazy. Lily has took up most of my life. So yeah. Apart from that, I have had a pretty basic life. I spent most of my time running after a 1-year-old child and an 8-week-old dog. How did I meet my mister? So how did I meet my partner? This is actually the most embarrassing but funny story I have ever had to tell. So one day, I just turned 17. My mum had to go and get tires. Oh, I nearly took my camera. My mum had to go and get tires for her car, so we went down to the tire yard and I saw a race car, and just so happened this wee fella was serving us, and I thought he was absolutely gorgeous, right? So there was the race car, and I looked up the name on the race car and it happened to be him. So not even push came to shove, I just thought it would be a brilliant idea to add on Facebook the name on the race car. And moral of the story, he texted me about an hour later, and ever since then we've been together. Now we have a child. I still really want a Type R as my first car, and when do I want to start driving? I want to start driving soon. Really soon actually. I've sent away for my provisional. Probably should have had that already about 3 years ago nearly. But once this is all over, I want to start driving. But yes, my favourite car in the world is a Honda Civic Type R EP3. And I've always wanted one as my first car. My partner actually got one because I want one as my wedding car. He bought one because I want one as my wedding car. So yeah, I love being engaged. I am engaged. Like, I got engaged on Christmas Eve, going into early hours Christmas morning, but it was still Christmas Eve. I got engaged. I ended up being engaged because personally I think I have found my soulmate, who I really do want to be with for the rest of my life. So yeah, I want to be engaged. I want to be engaged. I love being engaged. Am I going to have more babies soon? No. I have a coiling for 10 years. I can't have any more kids for 10 years unless I get my coil taken out, and I want to focus on Sarah growing up first, and I want to get my education. I want to get a full-time job. I want to be in my own house by the time I have my next child, because I feel like I need to have my own space. so I'm not going to have any anytime soon, but I will have more kids in the future if I'm blessed to do so. So how has my baby been as she was really sick the other week? So my daughter took really ill the other week, and she was showing all the signs of COVID-19. We were so worried for her. Turns out she is a COVID-19 negative, but she did have a rare form of viral infection, which most children, like their bodies, their immune systems aren't strong enough to fight it. So that's why it was taking its toll on her. It's like worse than what it would be for an adult to fight it. So she was so poorly, and it was absolutely horrible to watch. Yeah, and then there's another question: if I have another baby? My best friend said this: I will have another baby, but just not yet.